Hey guys, let's get more news about Lakers, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Bronny James kills it for South Bay Lakers with standout 30-point performance. Bronny James is adjusting well to the G-League, putting up 30 points in his best performance to date in a 100-106 loss against the Valley Suns. Bronny James had his first signature performance for the South Bay Lakers in the G-League against the Valley Suns, as Bronny put up 30 points, 13-23 FG, 3-9 3P, 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 1 steal in a 100-106 loss. James put up a highlight reel of moments where he looked like a veteran, scoring at ease while also playing impactful defense. Bronny had 13 points in the first half in an effortless offensive performance after a slow start to life as a scorer so far in his career, averaging 8.7 points on 29.4% from the field in the G-League until this game. He showcased his shooting ability during a stretch where he scored 8 straight points, cashing in 2 threes and executing a smooth finish at the rim. That wasn't all, as James threw down a hellacious lob dunk as a 6 feet 3 inches guard in the first half as well. The best part about his performance was him taking over in the fourth quarter and trying to single-handedly deliver the Lakers G-League team a win tonight. He scored 11 points in the final quarter to keep South Bay in the game, ultimately leading to a 6-point loss. All the people who have believed in Bronny's basketball ability instead of dismissing him as a beneficiary of nepotism will feel vindicated tonight, as Bronny looked objectively great. His scoring needs to be more consistent to give him a shot at earning a call-up to the NBA franchise on merit, but tonight showcased the best-case scenario with his abilities. His defensive pressure was solid all night long as well, with Bronny showing flashes of the menace guard defender many scouts noted about him when he was in high school. This was his first road game of the G-League season, earlier being expected to sit out all road games. Most casual NBA fans dismiss the G-League as the NBA's developmental league, but they do not know how brutal the grind in the G can be. Unheralded prospects, projected future top picks, and veterans who lost their spots in the NBA are all competing against each other in a very cutthroat environment. Bronny has many protections in place to keep him in his bubble, but he made it clear that he is actively trying to improve his game as much as possible in the unique circumstances of the G. I think it's good. Just game by game, just trying to learn everything that I can. Always just staying aggressive and playing my game. Playing for my teammates and the coaches. It's been good. Bronny was never expected to be one of the top players in his class, not even gaining 5-star recruit status until his final year in high school. His cardiac arrest greatly sidetracked his career and impacted his college stint with the USC Tigers. People gave him little grace for returning from a health scare of that magnitude, but there's clear potential in him that couldn't initially be developed because of an 8-month-long break from all physical activity as he got his health on track. If he continues embracing his opportunities in the G-League, he could make the strides in his game required for him to have any sort of future in the NBA. Rested, LeBron-less Lakers ready to return against Timberwolves. The Lakers missed out on again earning the $500,000+ reward for winning the NBA Cup, and the smaller monetary prizes for making the tournament's knockout rounds this season. But they received another much-needed reward in return: time. Time to refresh their bodies and minds. Time to spend 5.5 days in Southern California, including 4 without playing a game and 3 before traveling on Thursday ahead of Friday's road game against the Minnesota Timberwolves in Minneapolis. The Lakers were coming off a 13-day stretch from November 26 to December 6 in which they played 8 games, including 6 on the road, and no consecutive games in Los Angeles. Coach J.J. Redick gave the entire team Monday off, and Tuesday was a voluntary get-what-you-need day after Sunday night's home win against the Portland Trail Blazers. "It's super valuable," guard Max Christie said of the time to recharge. "A lot of this game is mental. Even though there's a lot of travel, it takes a mental toll on your brain when you're traveling and you're on the plane all the time. You're in hotels. You're not in your own bed. So it's tough. but we've been at home for a few days now. The past few weeks has been the toughest stretch for us throughout the season. And time to tighten up their strategies after dropping 7 of their previous 10 games, including the win over the Blazers that led into the mini-break in the schedule. Guys were gassed at the end, first-year coach J.J. Redick said about the team's practice on Wednesday. We haven't had a practice like that in 2 months. We got a lot done defensively, trying to create just a little bit more clarity on some very nuanced things with the guys. We did that in small groups against coaches and live. And we worked also on some end-of-quarter, end-of-game stuff. Live. Simulated. The Lakers might have a key player return against the Timberwolves, but they remain without LeBron James. Austin Reeves was upgraded to probable for Friday after missing the previous 5 games because of a bruised left pelvis. NBA executive sees surprising landing spot for Lakers star LeBron James. The Los Angeles Lakers have been in the midst of a tough streak over the past few weeks. After a strong start to the new season, Los Angeles has fallen back down to earth in terms of contention. This has led many to believe that the Lakers will be very active at the upcoming trade deadline as the team searches for another title run. But recent rumors have also led some to believe that Los Angeles could pull a drastic measure and trade superstar LeBron James. Of course, James wouldn't be moved unless he asked for a trade. There have been a few teams mentioned if the 4-time MVP were to become available via trade. The Golden State Warriors have been the most heavily linked squad, but other teams could get involved. James would likely have full say in where he was traded, with Los Angeles helping him in the process. One anonymous NBA executive spoke with Steve Bulpett of Heavy.com about the possibility of James landing with the Sacramento Kings. The one place that I don't hear a lot of talk about with LeBron is Sacramento, he said. He could change them, and they might have the kind assets to make a trade work. They have a lot of young talent, and because they're a small market, they haven't spent like drunken sailors. They have some draft picks, a young talent. If they could get to the salary, LeBron would take De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis and elevate the hell out of them, particularly Fox. With that threesome, those guys could be a force. James landing with the Kings would be interesting for multiple reasons. On the one hand, Sacramento is a direct rival of the Lakers and Los Angeles could be hesitant to deal him there. But the team could also be one player away from truly contending for a title. James could be the missing piece and linking up with De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis could be intriguing. Sacramento does have a few young players and draft picks that could entice the Lakers into making a deal. Even if James asks out, the Lakers will still want to receive a haul for his services, wherever he is traded. At this point, it's unlikely that the Lakers will trade James, as he has made no indication he wants to be moved. In all likelihood, Los Angeles will try to revamp the team around James and co-star Anthony Davis in search of another NBA title. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of LeBron James? Leave your opinion in the comments.